We're back to look at another side of the holidays. Traditionally, this is a time of year when families and friends gather and make happy memories. But for some, the holidays are less joyous because it reminds them of who they have lost in the previous year. Angela Hamblen, the director of Kimmons Wilson Family Center for Good Grief, is here to explain how celebrating the memories of those that we have lost can make the holiday season a happy time. Welcome for being here today.
Thank you.
Tell me what you do and tell me about the Good Grief program at Baptist.
Sure. The Kimmons Wilson Family Center for Good Grief is a comprehensive grief center for children, teens, and adults. We offer individual grief counseling, grief groups, and camps throughout the year. It's completely free of charge and open to the entire community.
So anyone that may have lost a loved one or heaven forbid lost a child, then they can come to you and free of charge.
Yes.
And you will help counsel them through that very difficult time.
Absolutely, and the death does not have to have been within the Baptist system. It is open to the entire community, and we work with people who are dealing with all types of loss by death.
How do people access you?
They find out about us through many different ways. A lot of schools. We work a lot with our guidance counselors in our schools, churches, first responders, and other health professionals. Well,
today's program we're focusing about the holidays, and so the holidays are just, fun time. Everybody's having a good time. But sometimes in those families where there's been a loss, there's a lot of sadness as well. So especially during the holidays, how do you direct your counseling for people?
Sure. The holidays can be a very difficult time for people. We live in a very mourning avoidant culture anyway. We have this mentality of we have to get back to work and after 3 days kind of just pick back up and move on. Well, the holidays come around and they're packed with emotions and memories and tradition, and a lot of times that brings people's grief to the surface, and they see that they really are maybe having a difficult time coping, and they get very fearful about the holidays. How are we going to survive? And oftentimes it's because of those traditions and memories. So we work with them to develop a plan for this holiday. Whatever we do this year to survive, to get through it as a family, is just for this year. It may not be what we do next year, and it can be different than what we've done before. I've seen families change their traditions in a way and really find peace in that. Even if we change what we do, we encourage them to incorporate that person into it. Say their name. Don't let the person who died become the elephant in the room. Incorporate them in. Talk about them. What are ways that we can still honor their life and keep them a part of our holiday tradition?
Very practical information. Very good. What are some of the things that we can do to honor those that we have lost during the holiday time?
I was actually working with a family just the other day who've had a child die, and they are trying to see what to do for themselves as the parents, but they also have younger children. And their child who died, they're worried about his friends. And they're going to have a holiday party where they invite all of their son who died's friends, and they're asking them to bring an ornament that represents their son to them. And they're going to have that's how they're going to decorate their tree this year. And they're going to have his favorite snack foods and really celebrate him. And I think that's a great way to bring his friends back to the home, to let the younger children see that, oh, we're not forgetting, we can still remember our brother, and that we can mourn together. We don't have to mourn privately.
Well, what advice would you give our viewers if they're going through the holidays right now and see that this is coming and they've lost a loved one? What's your best advice to them?
Really just to take it a day at a time, to slow down, to be good to themselves, to remember to keep themselves hydrated, to eat well, to get some exercise, and to rest. The holidays are such a go, go, go time, and oftentimes we're eating things and drinking things that maybe aren't very good for us.
Pumpkin pie, it's a vegetable.
It is.
Okay, it's a vegetable.
And a slice, but really to take care of themselves and to do things in little small pieces. They don't have to do everything that they've done before, or to do things that honor that person who's died. Maybe do for somebody else in memory of that person. And really just kind of slowing down, giving themselves permission to do things differently this year, and that it doesn't mean that they're not doing well.
Well, some very great advice, practical advice. Thank you for being here today. Coming up on Health Matters, hospitals are open all day, every day, so some people can't spend the holidays with their loved ones. However, there's a department that brings the celebration to them. My next guest will explain. Stay tuned.